Hi guys, welcome to this video. So what I wanted to show you today is some more of my Dark Eldar. So here we go. As I explained before, I'm taking on Coven as my sort of army. I do have a lot more Dark Eldar miniatures, but I really love the Coven ones, the Talos and these guys, the Wracks. They just look fantastic. So what I want to do is show you what I've got and what I've built recently and what I'm thinking of painting up. So yeah, here we go. Right, so this is what I had already. These ones here are the Finecast Wracks. So as you can see there, there's the details weird. They're supposed to be fine cast, but they lose all their sharp edges, and bits that are smooth are no longer smooth, and to be honest, they're a bit pants, putting it politely. So I had another 10 of, I think I had 10 of those that weren't painted up, so I painted up the other 10, and that's what I came up with. Now, those of you who watched my battle report with Callum from Tabletop Banter, you'll see that I used Wracks in that, and I lost horribly. So, what does one do when one loses horribly like that? Well, in my world, they buy another 20. So, what we've got here is another 20 of the plastic ones. Now, these guys, these are some awesome miniatures. Let me just shift the crappy Finecast ones out of the way. There we go. They've all gone, and bring these guys to the forefront now. One of the things I've always said I love about the Dark Eldar is the poses they have, especially the Coven. And this sort of, none of them are posed in a very sort of action pose, like you see with a lot of the Space Marines and Eldar and that sort of thing. These guys are just slowly walking forwards. They've all got this awesome, like, yeah, I'm coming, but I'll get there in my own time. I'm going to kill you, but I'm not rushing. I'm not going to run. So that pose, something about the masks that they wear, so they're faceless, and that sort of slow, methodical movement towards your enemy in battle, I find very menacing, and I just love it. Absolutely love it. And one of the cool things about these guys is just the level of customization you can do. So I've got 35 of these guys so far, with a range of weapons. Most of them have just got 2 close combat weapons, which of course are the Wrack tools. And then some of them have got the Ossa factor here, which is my gun of choice for the Coven. That's fantastic. It's AP2 Fleshbane. Doesn't have a strength because it's the Fleshbane, so that means it's wounding on a 2+. It's just awesome. As long as you can hit with that, you can take out Terminators and all sorts. Monstrous creatures even. You're allowed to take 1 per 5 miniatures. And I love it. And just the sheer level of customization you can do. Now, a lot of these are supposed to have, sort of, where you see these hooks at the top, they're supposed to have another rack system across the top. For example, this guy here. So where the hook comes to at the top of his spine there, which is overgrown from all the licks being shoved in it, you've got this spine going across as well, which things are hung from. And I'm not too keen on that. I mean, I've used some of them, as you can see here. This guy's got one. A lot of the ones that I've painted, if I can just get them here, they've got them, as you can see there. But on the whole, what I've done is I've cut them down to differing lengths at the top, made them look into sort of more stubby bones or more elaborate bones. And then on the sides here, you've got these sort of syringes and ichor pods, or whatever you want to call them, which you can stick into the backs there. And I think that's added such a nice level of variation, because there's only actually 5 different poses in this whole lot. But from the different arms you get, I mean, you get loads of arms. There's so many spare arms. You can just make them look so varied. I love it. You've got the probe sticks. which I love the look of those. So I've got the probe sticks. I've got the guys who've got the spank paddles. You can see there. I didn't go for any of the two-headed ones. I'm not too keen on the two-headed look of them. Didn't seem to make sense. One of these guys took a hex rifle here, which of course is a stupid thing to do, and his homunculus decided to try and inject some clever juice straight into the back of his head there to teach him a lesson. So that guy is wearing his dunce hat almost. That's what I like to think. And they're just the detail is fantastic on these, especially considering that they're plastic compared to the fine cast, which is supposed to be like a whole new level of detail. These are just astonishing. Absolutely love them. So at the risk of going on far too long on about these guys, I am going to end it there. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think of these guys, about the paint scheme, tactics for running them, anything you feel like. Just pop it down in the comments. Yeah, if you need anything, go to these guys, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Stay well, guys. Cheers.